welcome back if you've been here before, and very welcome if you're new here. This is my 4th Friday sews, and this probably won't be as long as the other ones have been, but I thought I would check in with you and show you a little bit of what I've been making this week, a little bit of a life update, and yeah, something. I haven't bought any fabric this week, and I don't think I have so much more new plans yet, but I've done some small things here and there, and this week hasn't been quite as good as last week and the weekend, since I've been a bit what do you say, more sick, is that the word for it? I've been in bed a lot. I've got a fracture in my foot, and it's messing with me, so it's not so good at the moment, with a lot of fever and so on. But I'm still thinking of sewing, and I'm planning, and I'm thinking of my channel and of all you and all your comments, and I can't tell you how much all this has meant for me so far, and I'm so inspired, and it makes things so much easier so far to have this to look forward to. I never thought I would say that I would look forward to filming, since I'm still nervous, as you probably can hear and see on how I behave. But it gets easier every time, and it feels somehow like I'm talking to friends. And I know that when people have said that before, it sounds so strange, but try it. I promise you, it's an amazing feeling, and it is, yeah, I can't explain it. I think this is something that you actually have to try out and see if it's something you think of, and if it's something you think you would like, do it. I promise you, you won't regret it. That is one promise I can make. I'm almost forgetting what I'm wearing today. If I'm a bit on and off with where I'm looking, it's because I have quite a setup today. I still haven't gotten my camera from the repairman. They called me 2 days ago and told me that there was a lot of problem with the camera. And I asked why I couldn't get a new one, since it's still not quite a year old. But he said that they had to try and repair it, and if that didn't work, they would give me a new one. So I keep my fingers crossed that it actually works when I get it, and that's my biggest concern, and that the warranty is extended, so I don't have to pay for it myself next time if it breaks. So I'm right now I'm actually using the first digital camera my mother got for her, I think it was 70th birthday, so it must have been at least 15 years. She would have been 86 this year, so 16 years old, and it doesn't have a screen that folds forward, so I can see where I look and what's happening in the screen. So I had to put a big mirror behind it, and I have to tilt a bit to see where I'm situated in the picture and in the frame. So I'm sorry if it looks a bit weird, but please bear with me. I just wanted to film this video so bad today, mostly for my sake actually, to get up and put a little bit of makeup on, and put some clothes on and get out of bed. Actually, that's the main focus of this. That is my main. If I achieved that today, I was happy, and I did. So thank you for that. That's all because of you, because I wouldn't have done it if there wasn't anyone out there that I knew looked at this and communicated with me. So thank you. Back to what I'm wearing. I said this wasn't going to be a long one, but you know me by now. It probably might very well be. This is actually a hack on the Heijun handmade pattern, the Cheyennetunic, I think it's pronounced. I'm not quite sure. I will try and put a picture up. Now I don't have absolutely no idea how the screen is looking, but I think somewhere here, or in front of my whole face. You know me by now, so you don't have to see me. This is a shirt, a regular shirt blouse pattern, and it has a complete button placket, and it has one with a short placket. I don't know what it's called in English, that placket. But I used this one to from the beginning. I will try and see if I can find the inspiration picture that my sister sent me. She had found this online and wanted to make this, and she wanted me to try it out and see if there was something to consider even. And I got this. I have a toaster sweater in this sweater material, and I really like it. I know it's not quite my color because it's a bit too muted for my colors, but I'm thinking about dyeing it, but I don't know quite how it will react to dye, since I think it's a bit polyester in it, and that doesn't work with dye in the machine, and I don't have the energy to stand by the stove and not cook for clothes, you know what I mean, I hope, but stand by the pot and stir and all that. I'm a bit too tired for that at the moment, so I'm using the dyes that works for natural fibers only, and I am not sure that this is enough natural fiber to dye, and I don't want to destroy it because I really like it as it is. I will try and stand up, but I will also show you some pictures that I've probably been taking after I recorded this, since I want to put it up for Sew Shirty 2021, is that the hashtag? That cloth edit and I completely lost her handle. Kirsten from thedahliasewciety, I think it is. That is not an easy word for a Swedish, I promise you. That's a real tongue twister. And I want to put this up for that challenge, and I wanted to put my shirt from my Melody Doman is also gone up there this week. So I think the last day to participate is Sunday the 14th. They extended, luckily for me, they extended the last when the final date was. So I think it is the 14th. That is what I know, and I think it is the 12th today. So that should be on Sunday. I'm waffling on again, I'm sorry. I will try and stand up so you can see a little bit. No, you can't see anything. I will take pictures. I will take pictures and put in here on the screen. As you can see, I've lengthened it. I think I've lengthened it with approximately 40 centimeters from the original pattern. And I sized down quite a bit, since this is a knit fabric. I sized down from my regular size with Hadrian Handmaid's patterns is 12, something around that, 10 or 12, and I'm down to an 8 in this, and it's still not too small. Now I very much use it as it was intended for me. I want it as a layering piece, so I wanted it as a long shirt and as a shirt. Today it's quite cold in Sweden, as you can see on the pictures. It's very sunny, and we woke up to about, I think it was 2- Celsius, that is, and I will put it down below here what that is in Fahrenheit, and it is only the second day this autumn that it has actually gone below freezing, so it's a bit chilly, and I really like the fact that I could layer this, because I used it the other day, or I wanted to use it, this shirt dress, and use it as a shirt dress, but I didn't have anything to have under it, and that was way too cold. With just the tights, it didn't work at all. But as an open shirt or a long shirt, I don't know the overshirt maybe? I don't know the word for it. But as a layering piece, it's worked out great, and I'm wearing my Nico top under it, my newly made. This I will show you a bit later. And what's hanging on my model here is actually something I never thought I would get this out of it, but you know my coat, my Nova coat, and thank you for all your input. You have absolutely, everyone is correct. I should leave it alone. I stepped outside today when it was cold, and it was so lovely to have that in that length, only because of the cold, if nothing else. So I'm definitely keeping it like that, so I'm having this hopefully this weekend in bed, if I have the energy. And I actually managed to get a vest out of the leftovers. I needed to puzzle a bit, and I found this pattern on sale on, what is that website called? The Big Four has a new website, the Delight. I'll write it down below again. My memory does not do me good right now, I'm sorry. But I bought this pattern, a PDF pattern actually, and I had no idea that the Big Four had PDF patterns. And I was so glad that when I found this one. And it is supposed to have a seam here. What I'm going to do next time though is to put pockets here. This time I put a pocket in the lining, and that is all. But yeah, I really like it, and it's a great layering piece. I even tried it under my Nova coat, and if I keep the Nova coat long as I'm supposed to do now, this works out fine, and then it's a warm piece, I promise you, since this is pure wool. And it worked out great, and I was so pleased with it. I will try and take some pictures if I have energy for the of me in this one too, since I did this. Well, that is probably the only thing I made for the last 3 days that no, I shouldn't say I finished it, since this one still needs to be hemmed too, and that is the only thing left with my Nova coat, and that is the only thing left with my Alex skirt, and that is the only thing left with my Mandy Boaty, even though now I'm buying it, so that I can't do much about. But I'm an expert in not finishing my things when I'm a bit on and off in the health-wise. And I don't know why, because it has absolutely, I can blame it, of course, I can blame my disease on it, but it has absolutely nothing to do with that. I'm just lazy. I can't, and I don't know why I don't want to finish it, because it's such a nice feeling when I know it's completely finished. But somehow I can't. Is there anyone else out there that's like me? Because help me understand why I'm doing it like this, because it is so frustrating. Because today I'm actually planning on I'm going to the pharmacy, and I was planning on using the Nova coat, but it isn't finished, and I don't have the energy to finish it. So, well, that's a rant again, sorry. But I just need help figuring out what I'm thinking about, since that is something really weird. What else have I been doing this week? Well, I cut out, I'm doing a pattern test for, that completely lost too. Forget-me-not patterns, a beautiful shirt pattern, and top pattern, sorry. She's an amazing pattern maker. I just say, I can't even imagine how she figures those things out that she's doing, and you will be amazed by the one she's doing now. Amazing features, and it's beautiful. I promise you will love it, and I will show you as soon as I can. But I had some leftovers of that fabric, and it was some viscose jersey, I think. Yeah, viscose jersey. And when I was in bed and watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I binge watched a lot of old videos that I hadn't seen before, I saw, I think it was Rachel from Stitch Up, and she and Judy made Paper Theory. Is it Charlie? No, what is it called? Stevie trousers. No, not trousers. Stevie knickers. And I decided to try that one with a leftover, and I did, but they were a bit, do you say big over the bum? A bit much bum coverage. Since I don't have much of a bum, that is probably the problem with me. I think I will have to adjust the pattern. But hang on, I will get them and show you. I definitely hope that no one thought I was gonna show off the knickers on YouTube, because that would probably start and end my career in 1 week. No, I wouldn't do that, of course. Here they are. They look huge on the screen, as I can see here behind, but they are really great pattern, a free pattern from Paper Theory, if I didn't say that. But as I said, the bum coverage is a bit too much for me, since I don't have much of a bum at all. And I will try and redraft it and see if I can work it out where I would take off some, what do you call it? Take off some of the fabric to make it a bit less fabric. And I will try it and I will show you later if it works out. That is probably not going to happen this weekend. But it is a great scrap buster if you haven't tried or venture into the world of underwear making, and especially knickers. And what do you call them in the States? Knickers is, I think, an English word, right? Or am I twisting it around? Is knickers the US word and you call it something else in the UK? Please let me know down below. I want to learn all of this. I want to get to be better in English and better in the language and better understanding what is what. And I'm already feeling like I feel less stressed speaking to you. I don't know if you can notice, but it feels so, at least. And I don't care as much if I don't say the right words or if I stumble a bit. In the beginning it was terrible. Back to what I was talking about, knickers. I am definitely going to try this again, but I just need some less fabric on the bottom. Here I used a new version for me of folded elastic. What do you say? What do you call it? Fold over elastic, sorry. It's a ribbed version. I will try and insert a picture of a small piece of it. I tried to film it, but it got all blurry and I don't want that again. So I don't care, I don't do that. But it was really great because I could sew it in one go. I didn't have to do it I could just put it in the machine and fold over the elastic as the name is suggesting. And it worked immediately. And I don't have any, what I can see, mistakes. So that's a great thing I learned with this. If we go back to the topic where I never finish things. Well, here's one more thing I found this week. I started to sort out a lot of boxes that I have here, and that I've just piled them on each other actually. And last year when Mum died, it got much worse, and I just let it go actually, to be completely honest. And I'm now trying to take a little every week and do something about it. And in one of these boxes I found that I started a sweater last spring actually. And I think I bought the yarn in, let's see, Black Friday sale, what was it, 2019? So it's 2 years ago now. I started the sweater, stopped it, started it again last spring, and then when Mum died I stopped altogether. But when I found it now, I decided to start all over and see where it get me, and I will show you. It's a really great yarn, a merino wool. Here are the sleeves, as you can see. I will try and come closer and show you the yarn, but this is the two sleeves. I knit them together so I know what I'm doing, because I don't remember. That is the main thing. And this is all that is left. I've already done the front and the back, and it is a so fast knit. You knit on size 9 European needles, and it's quite big and chunky, and you have one strain of yarn. I will get what the yarn is called, but I will show you the pattern first. It's an old pattern, and Mum did this sweater for me. I'll try and enclose a picture of this too. It is from Garn Studio, what is now known as the Drop Studio, and that they have a great library of free patterns. So check them out. I really encourage you to do that if you're any interest in knitting at all, and crocheting too. They have a lot of great free patterns, and I think that a lot of them are translated in English at least. Not everyone, but a lot of them. So I will link them below, and that is definitely a rabbit hole. There is patterns from as far back as the 90s, I think, so it's great fun looking back. This pattern is probably from I think it was before I got sick, so it's probably from the 90s. It is she has pulled it out from a paper, but it is from drops. And I will check if I can find the pattern. I'm not sure of that, if this was written for the paper itself, but I will check. One moment and I will get the yarn so you can see it better. I will put in a picture of it. It's better for the... it gets so blurry. But here you can see. It is a merino cashmere blend. I was wrong, and it is amazingly soft. So I know it will keep me so warm and snuggly. I wasn't completely right when I said it's... I have the front and back finished, and I have half of the sleeves, but I also need to add what do you call it? This, not polo neck, roll, no, what is it called? My memory again, I'm sorry guys. Well, I will write it down here somewhere, as usual.